Blessings to you.
Not here.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Stormer of Stormremia Plays, and it's time for a little more of the Diablo 2 Hardcore Level 99 Challenge as the Pet Druid, also known as Feed the Birds, Tuppence a Bed. Alright, so we're going to do a little level grinding today. I feel like I want at least one more wolf before we go into the Maggot's lair, so let's go out and do just a little bit of grinding. Also pick up these healing potions, like the full healing potions. Don't really need to bother with like the light ones and stuff. The only thing I have to do is reload my ravens whenever they run out. And also keep an eye on my health bar. I heard something drop. Chip topaz, very nice. Yeah, no, I can hear a chipped gem drop at 50 yards. Also potions, I can hear potions dropping. Ooh, hey, let's do this side dungeon again. This is a good way for XP. Oh man, right into an enemy ambush. That doesn't happen very often. Hello, thanks for joining in. Maybe I should turn down the sound a little bit. Let's turn the sound effects down just a little. Let's turn combat down to like 60, I think. Ambience, we can go down to 80, I think. Skills, also, skills can go lower, like 50. Monsters, I'm okay with them at like 80. Items I want up. User interface is fine. Voices are fine. Sound effects. Oh, actually, don't do that. Okay, and then accept all. I want you guys to be able to hear me because this is going to be a very long series. Like, I don't know if y'all understand just how long it takes to hit level 99 in Diablo 2. Didn't even need to hear that one that time. Yeah, there goes the potion. There's just certain like noises once you've heard them in Diablo that you're not going to forget them. And so I just realized that the reason why I have the map discovered is not because I just explored it all, it's because I've already been in. So of course the map is discovered. Get 'em, boys! See, and here's the one thing I kind of regret about doing the druid over the necromancer for this. Well, first of all, Necromancer was my first character I ever played in Diablo, so, there's the whole nostalgia value for me playing a Necromancer, but also you have a much better support skill to use with your summons in the form of Amplify Damage, which is a curse. So you can curse enemies and make them take additional damage from your minions. Get them, boys. But the trade-off is that, as far as I'm aware, the Necromancer does not have an army quite this size. Now, they could have changed that like they did with the Druid, because the Druid didn't used to have an army this size either. So it's completely possible that the Necromancer may have been buffed as well. I'll have to look into that. What do we got? Ooh, Rejuvenation Potion. I'll take that. Healing Potion. I'll take that. Mana Potion. I don't really need. Now that, however, is interesting. Oh, it's a shield. And that's Paladin only as well. We're definitely not going to do a Paladin for this challenge. Now, while I say that, if this was like a co-op challenge where I was doing this with somebody else and we were both going to level 99, first of all, we'd be much safer. And we could do more dangerous things. But also, I could do a Paladin and be a full support. And just like pump all my points into an aura just to buff. And that could be a really interesting idea, actually. Because I kind of like put out this idea of doing like a... Well, it's not just... It wasn't just a new idea. I'm kind of like all over the place at the moment thinking about this, but one of the things that I always wanted to do with my brother and never got to do was I wanted to do a co-op run of Diablo as Necromancer and Paladin. And I don't know if he would have, gone along because, it's kind of rude to expect somebody else to play in a style that you want, especially with as long of a dedication as it is grinding through Diablo. But, like, I would be willing to play full support and just, like, go full aura. And, like, build, like, a tank just to, like, stand in the front lines and take the damage while someone else is doing the support. Or not doing the support, but doing the damage. Because if you think about it, like, the army that this is, and every single one of them benefiting from, like, a damage buff, either like amplify damage, curse, or an aura increasing their damage as well. Because we're also all benefiting from my Heart of Wolverine, and that person would also be benefiting from my Heart of Wolverine. Or if we had this is the idea that for the Lazy Summoner run that Joe and I were throwing around at one point. I don't know if that's going to happen now, just because Diablo 2 kind of burned him out. But the Lazy Summoner run was the idea of a Necromancer and a Druid, both pet summoners, and just, like, let the pets do everything. Of course, you can throw out, like, amplify damage and stuff like that. And you definitely would want to throw out amplify damage. But the idea is like, you do the minimum possible, like, interference. Like I'm doing. I'm monitoring and I'm resummoning ravens whenever they go down. That's literally it. That's the height of my gameplay. And also, occasionally checking my health bar to make sure I haven't died. Which, begs the question that the carrion vine might actually have been useful. Because the dire wolves don't seem to be eating the corpses, or at least not all the corpses. Like, hold on. Is that still a thing, or am I, like, making this up? Eating corpse... Yeah, summon a wolf that becomes enraged. Eating corpses to increase damage it does to enemies. But I've never actually seen it do that. Okay. But it's, it's receiving bonuses from my Spirit Wolves, which is currently at... What is my actual level for this? Because it's not 11. 11's not correct. Oh, 8. Okay, so it's gaining 8 synergy from that. So it's got 80 defense per level, and attack rating is 200% attack rating from this. You are getting 15% life per level with Direwolf, so currently 30% life per level. You get 12% damage per level from each of them. So you've currently got 17 to 35 damage per attack with 18 hits with an attack rating of plus 280%. Yeah, the Raven is the basic summoning skill, and it's definitely one of the best in the line. The benefit to the Ravens is that they don't they can't be killed. They disappear when they're done with their attack, but they don't. You cannot kill them, so you can't prevent them from getting the full 18 hits in. Or however many hits they get, because they can miss, I think. Okay, honestly, I think we're probably good. I could probably head back to the Oasis, and then we'll probably ding the next level before we actually get back to the maggot layer. So, did I pick up a stamina potion? I did. You all hear me okay? Like, is the music too loud? No, it doesn't really drown me out. Good. I noticed in a few of my older videos that the sound effects were still a little bit too strong and were sometimes drowning out what I was saying. I even have that problem in the Outer Worlds too. I'm definitely gonna have to fix that. My shotgun is really, really loud. Oh, he's magic resistant. It's a shame that my attacks don't count as magic. Ooh, a hawk helmet. Okay, that's interesting. Oh. No, not that interesting. Thing is, I'm looking for something to replace this. Like, defense is set at 11, but it's giving me +3 to Spirit Wolves. Technically, I could use Werewolf. That's an interesting... Hold on. I've got access to Werewolf? Okay. I mean, it doesn't give me a lot of benefits right now, but it does technically give me more health. There's no reason I shouldn't use it while I have it. Actually, I made like a tank build once in with a druid. It actually combined the pets with the with tanking as a werebear. I think I actually had a leveling guide I was following too, where it tells you like what to prioritize and things like that. I think it was in. So I actually bought Diablo on like Windows for my laptop, like way back in the day, and it came with a actual like book that had like monster stats, and it had like act information, like boss information, and it had a few build guides. And one of the guides was the unkillable druid tank, like, and it was focused around the werebear line. And I love the lycanthrope and becoming a lycanthrope. It's just not what I wanted to do. Now, if I get killed, I might consider building the bear tank. But the problem is with the bear tank, it's really hard to hit stuff. So I would have to balance, like, you know, the ability to kill things with being unkillable. But that's kind of what your summons are for, to be honest. I'm not planning to die, though, so... I would love to take this character all the way to the end game. But if he doesn't, we'll make some kind of fitting tribute to him if he doesn't make it. So. And the best part is, even if he does die, we're not going to be starting from zero. All the gems I've collected, all the rejuvenation potions I've collected, all of the other things that I've collected, all the money, all of that is going to be saved and carried on to the next character if we do get killed. So it's a lot better than what happened in the original Diablo 2 when you got killed and you started from zero again. It's honestly probably the correct way to do that. Hey, stop killing my vine. I know he's only got the 1 HP, or the 1 level in it, but still. I can't justify putting a lot of points in the vines. Poison resistant. You know what? Given where I'm going, that's probably not a bad thing to grab. Although I don't know if it'll probably wear off before I actually get in there, but if it doesn't, that'll be incredibly useful to have. Yeah, now one of the big benefits, so you get a very small duration in your lycanthropic state by default. Now there's there's lycanthropy mastery, which actually increases your time. Actually, is it just time? Hold on, I don't remember. Let me move myself out of the way real quick. Lycanthropy, actually, not lycanthropy mastery, sorry, passive, improves duration and life while in werewolf or werebear form. So the first rank gives you plus 20% life and an extra 40 seconds of duration. Which is, you know... Hold on, how long does werewolf naturally last? 40 seconds, wow. So it doubles your duration for a 1-point dip. That's not even... That's really good, actually. Like, that's the kind of thing you want to see, is like a 1-point, like... investment. That's like a pretty good return for your investment. Alright, so I know I'm down here a little bit earlier than I thought. We have to be incredibly careful. These tight quarters can get you killed because your mooks can have a little bit of a problem tracking down the mobs. So, if necessary, we retreat, try to let the mobs deal with things. And we be very careful and ready to throw a town portal if necessary. Also, don't forget we can order the ravens to obliterate a specific target if necessary. The maggots down here can poison us, so we need to be careful of that. I do enjoy playing Diablo. I got into playing Diablo 4 for a bit, but I fell off again because it was taking too much of my time and I had other stuff to do, other games to play. Streaming. Maybe one day I'll give Diablo 4 a proper playthrough. The issue is, I don't really understand how the expansion... Like, you take the same character... hey, streamer... We're about to get our third wolf. Oh, definitely don't be running through here. That's not what you want to do. There we go, level up. It is currently not safe to level up. We are... my vine has died like twice. Is that all of it? Oh my god, that was awful. Okay, that's the last point in the Dire Wolf for a hot minute. I'll need to decide if I want to do another point in Heart of Wolverine right now, but I think we're going to go back to Ravens for a bit. Okay, 1 point in Strength, keep that ticking in the correct direction. I'm going to put all 4 points into Vitality this level up. Give us as much extra health as possible. Pick up that rune, pick up that potion. I just want a couple of potions right now. A Sacred Globe could be incredibly valuable. Yeah, we're getting to the point where we're going to have to go back soon and unload. I don't need this. Probably better to have that spread out like that. Okay, let me summon my other wolf. Alright, the army is fully assembled until we get the bear. Because I cannot have any more minions in this. I really should do the research on the Necromancer and see if they've increased the number of troops the Necromancer can have. Because if the Necromancer can have multiple golems, that would be incredibly useful. But I don't think they would allow that. I think that might be too broken. Then again, I didn't think they would allow you to have both kinds of wolves either, and you can, so... You know, maybe if this guy does fall, and I don't want it to happen, so, like, I don't really want to plan for it, but you know, if he does fall, maybe I'll do a poll and see what people want me to do next, whether it's a Necromancer or another Druid, and make, like, the unkillable tank again. Because basically, you were a bear, and the whole, like, the bear build called for you and one other, like, actual bear. Like, you didn't have, like you had put levels into, like, ravens, like 5 ravens, I think. And you had some wolves in order to help boost the bear. But, like, you know, back then you got rid of the wolves in order to have the bear. Like, you either have, like, a wolf pack, like if the 3 dire wolves or 5 spirit wolves, or the bear. But you couldn't have all of it. So, one of the things that people would do is they would have the dire wolves and the werewolf. So, you know, kind of like running wolves. Or you would have the bear and bear. And of course, all builds have Raven, pretty much, because it's free damage. Ravens is a skill, you press it and it does damage, pretty much. There's actually a person who did an entire, like, run of... I can't remember how far he got in the game, it's probably just normal. But he beating normal with just the Raven skill was pretty impressive in and of itself. Because unless you're specifically aiming them, the Ravens are not all that intelligent, especially in tight areas like this. And actually, we are 2 bars into our next level up already. Gotta keep an eye on the time and make sure I don't go too far over. I still got other things to do tonight. I've got to go find those other two mini medals to finally finish Dragon Quest 1. I'm not technically done with it until I do that, and I was really hoping tonight would be the end of it. You know, I'm going to step back to town for a minute and do a little bit of inventory management because, let's be honest, I'm going to need inventory space when we get to the end of this dungeon, so... Okay, so let me see here. Jewels go here. Gems and runes go here. I'm going to go ahead and put these up for now. I will merge them later. However, there's one thing I want to do, and I want to put you here. I need to do something with these potions. Either use them or sell them or merge them into something else, but I don't need to like keep them all. Like, I don't need to keep them all.
Hello.
57, that wasn't worth keeping. Okay. Alright, so I have an oh shit button, and I have a cure me of poison button. Okay, does anybody need to be respawned? No? Okay. We got extra health from being a lycanthrope. Honestly, I might consider putting actual points in here if I can spare them. Like, just for the extra health. But we'll see, that's not a high priority. Keeping the pets getting stronger is my high priority since they're the ones doing the majority of the actual killing. The thing is, I would be more willing to take risk and stuff if this was on normal, or not on normal, but, you know, standard, and this wasn't hardcore, but I decided to do this on hardcore instead. Because I've never completed the grind to 99 on standard, but I'm like, I want the hardcore achievement, so I'm going to do it on hardcore. Because originally when I started this, I was like, oh, I'm gonna grind to level 99 in normal, and no. It's possible. It takes a very long time. I'm going to grind as far in normal as I can until the point where, like, I can't get effective experience anymore. And then that, because once you get to Hell or Nightmare and Hell, enemies become way more durable. So every level I can gain in normal is going to be useful. But eventually we're going to have to move on to Nightmare and then eventually into Hell. So, but I want to do that anyways because I also want there's a trophy for beating the game on hardcore on Hell, and there's a trophy for beating Hell as a druid. So if I do all, I'll get a lot of different trophies by doing this. And then of course, the thing is, by the time we beat Hell, we're not going to be level 99. Like, we're probably going to still have a lot of grinding ahead of us at that point. But we'll have the cow level, and we'll have Bale runs and stuff like that, so... Assuming that I can safely beat Bale on Hell multiple times, we'll have to wait and see. Okay, how long is this poison going to last? Okay, not very long. Very careful we don't accidentally use our full rejuvenation potion unless we need it. These are really hard to come by right now. They're going to be easier to get later on, but they are worth their weight in gold. And probably then some. Because unlike a healing potion and mana potions, which heal you over time, rejuvenation potions heal you instantly. Instantaneously. The moment you press the button, you are healed. And because they're full rejuvenation potions, that's a 100% heal. Means I go back to full health. It doesn't matter if I have 1 hit point left, boom, back to full. That kind of protection needs to be, you know, I need that at all times, but the problem is that I can't really do that because I can't. The potions are rare. Like, I don't get rejuvenation potion drops that often to be able to afford to always keep one ready to go. Now, if I'm doing something specifically risky like this place, I'm definitely going to have one. Because this place is annoying. Because I can't even properly aim my skills at the death beetles. See how much damage these guys do? Like, I'm not, like, soft on my defenses. I probably need to upgrade my defenses. Probably should look at armor at the end of the stream. So let's put you up. It's just unfortunate, like, you know, in a big open area, the pet druid does really well. In a place like this, the pet druid kind of struggles. I have to be the one that opens doors. A tier rune, chipped emerald. Alright, now we're ready to go down to the 3rd level. Yeah, hold on. How do you switch the graphics again? Let me check. So it's press the touchpad while holding left L2 and left trigger. It's not right. Well, see, there's a way to do it automatically from the actual controller. It's L2 plus touchpad. That's not right. Oh, L2 plus touchpad. Okay. Yeah, this is what the cave looked like in the old graphics, if you're interested. Yeah, this takes me back. I'm gonna have to play this, like an actual like legacy mode at some point, and actually like show off a full playthrough of what the game was like in the original mode. But I do like the original graphics, or the new graphics from this game a lot. Plus, I might be accused of like switching save files or something if I have one video that's like in the old graphics and one video in the new graphics. Like, well, this isn't the same character. Like, it is. I changed the. I think it's a known thing that people can change their settings, so I don't think it's to be too much of a problem. But that's not socketed. I thought that was. All right, we have to be really careful. Yep, that's the maggot queen. That's the queen. Get them, boys! Boys, get in here! Boys, get in here! Cold Worm the Burrower. Cold Enchanted, magic resistant. He's dead. And there we go, the Staff of Kings is mine. It went a lot smoother than the last time I did this. Alright, so now we have to search the Claw Viper Temple for the headpiece. And then we have to put them both into the Herodric Cube and reforge them. Ooh, okay, that's interesting. Angelic Sickle, part of the Angelic Raiment set. Okay, I'll hold on to that. There's an achievement for completing an entire set, and you don't find set pieces very often. They're really rare. I wonder if the rest of the Angelic Raiment drops here. We could leave now, but I want the experience from finishing this place. So. Plus, once I leave, I do not want to come back. Oh, God. Resummon the vine. Oh shit. I'm getting tired, which is understandable given how late it is. I'm getting near. Oh shit. I need to pay attention. Get 'em, boys. Or don't. Okay, I think we are done here. Alright.
Greeting, the Staff of Kings. You astound me, my friend. You have discovered the shaft portion of a Herodric staff. I trust you know how to use a Herodric cube to unite the shaft with its headpiece.
We haven't found the headpiece yet. Alright, let's take a look at what we got here. Alright, so we got this. I'm gonna go ahead and sell that. This is +4 to strength. Honestly, not as useful. Now, +7. Oh, that's actually. Yeah, Angelic Sickle. I mean, it's not good for me, just in general. We cannot sell that. Alright, what necklace did we get? We got 11 damage taken goes to mana. Honestly, no. Alright, you've served your purpose. You're going back into the stash. I'm glad I didn't have to use you, but... Because I also have Arctic Furs, too. So we are... You know, we've got one piece of two different sets. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and put you in the Herodric Cube, so that way you're where you need to be. Ooh, we can actually make a Flawed Emerald. Okay. So we still got 17 minutes left in the stream. Oh, we're good. Oh, I was going to look at armor while we're here. So we're still wearing heavy gloves that are defense 17. Oh yeah, no, I don't think I'm going to be able to replace those anytime soon. My boots are defense 8. Got some fire resistance, half freeze duration, which is useful. And there's no boots for sale right now anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see, my shield is 12 defense plus 25% block chance. An extra 7% fire resistant, and attacker takes damage of 1. So I could go up to a defense of 17 with a fire resistance of 8. So that's block chance 26, 32 with 16. Honestly, I think the Crimson Kite Shield, I think it's time. Like, I haven't got the Charge Bolt to go off in a while. We're not really needing the mana. Attacker takes damage of 1 is not all that great. Okay, let me pick up my gold and we'll do some... Wait, did I get the money? Did, okay. Do some upgrades. Put that on my back bar because I don't want to get rid of it just yet. Okay, so this is a 81. That's actually probably really good. 86. Now that 91 with the strength of 51. I might wait for that. Honestly, that 29 defense is incredibly good, but I cannot justify losing the 2 points to Spirit. Spirit Wolf. Oh, sorry, 3 points to Spirit Wolf and 1 point to Werewolf. And also, it's giving me plus 17% cold resistance and 6%. No, I can't justify getting rid of it. I think it's probably worth waiting because I think I'm pretty close to that 51 strength, so I could probably go ahead and pick that up. That way, it's ready to go. Defense 5 on my belt. Defense 7, yeah, that's not place for a minute. Okay. I think that's the best I can do for the moment. Let me take a look at my... Oh yeah, we are 3 points away from having strength of 51. Okay. So I could literally have that next level up if I wanted to. And in fact, I might. Yeah, I might. Also, put your money away, Storm, just in case you get killed. I don't think it's going to happen, but, you know, better safe than sorry. And taking 81,000 gold into the grave with me would not be great. Okay, so now we need to find our way to the Claw Viper Temple, which I think is in the Lost City. We already explored this. I'm tired. Sorry. We already explored this place earlier when we were down.
I need a key.
I don't have a key on me. That's unusual. Usually, I always have a key. Okay, actually, it looks like we have not fully explored the area above here. I explored quite a bit of it, but not all of it. So. Unfortunately, it looks like we're only going to get the one level up tonight, which is fine. Sometimes when you trigger dash, it does not want to actually trigger, and I don't know why that happens. Oop, I heard that. Good job, my army. Look at you guys, tearing these enemies to shreds. You know, I said I may not get another level up tonight, but the way these guys are going, I might. Okay, now they're eating corpses. I wonder why they weren't doing it before. Now, I probably should have waited for a hawk helm before I used Christie's imbuement service. But then again, I think it was the hawk helm that made, or it was the wolf helm that I gave her, I think, that I gave me, the one that I have now. I've got some good stuff from her before. One time she actually gave me a teleport item that let me use teleport, which was incredibly useful, and I kept it around for most of the playthrough. Having said that, you know, I only played through normal, so I've never actually played all the way through Nightmare or Hell before, so that's going to be interesting when we get to it. See, I had considered when I first started this challenge, I was going to be like, oh, I'm going to grind to level 99 in normal difficulty. Just, you know, run normal content. But I already talked about this a little bit earlier, but I didn't realize at the time when I was thinking of that just how much that grind was going to suck. Like, yes, it's safe, and I probably won't ever die doing it, and I'll guarantee that I eventually do reach level 99, but you get such little experience. Like, how many monsters would you have to kill just to get one level up? The Lost City. Here we go. Alright, there's a way shrine somewhere in here. We need to... Oh, yeah, that's right. The sun gets turned off. Yeah, ask Dogonon about the strange darkness. It's like, it was day, and now it's not. Ah, there's the way shrine, by the way. Well, good. Means I can now look around and see if I can find the Claw Viper Temple before we go back to town and call it a session. Oh, shit. Getting more gold. Oh shit. Yeah, I remember we didn't have the expansion playing this game when we were kids. We would always play on the original Diablo. It wasn't until like much later that I actually got to play the expansion. I was at my Uncle Jimmy's house. Uncle Jimmy's the one who gave us the original Diablo that we had. And yeah, he had the expansion and I got to play it there, and I tried out the Druid and I tried out the Assassin. And I definitely liked the Druid better, and I got to try out like the different stuff. Like I tried out some of the elemental spells, which aren't all that great to be honest. And I liked the like canopy stuff, and of course the summoning for the summon. Well, I forgot how much darker it was in the original compared to this. Where's this go? The Valley of Snakes. Okay, so the Claw Viper Temple is probably in the Valley of Snakes. I'm probably just going to go ahead and keep going until we hit another level up. Since we're, so close. I heard that. You know, the desert was, I don't, how am I stuttering? The desert was so much more creepy in the original when you, like, just look at this. Like, imagine, like, in this darkness, and suddenly, like, enemies are coming at you from all directions. Like, the new graphics are kind of a little more, like, lenient in that regard. We are so close to hitting. Like, how close are we? We're... Okay, so we have 11,000 more to level up. I don't know how much we're getting per kill. The thing is, if I can do this grind once, I can do this grind again. And if Joe does end up wanting to go for the platinum for Diablo 2, I'd be able to help him. So, because I have done it once. If I can do it once, I can do it again. The Valley of the Snakes. Now, I don't remember if this has a wage. But there's the Claw Viper Temple, which we're going to be going next. Is there nothing else here in the Valley of Snakes? Is this a dead end? Maybe this is a dead end. It's okay if it is. We can. Okay, yes. Let's go down in the sewers to finish up for today. Let's get that last level up, and boom, we're done. We're getting rooms like crazy. Good gracious. Wands can be very, very valuable. I hear that sound in my dreams sometimes. Eventually I'm going to have to accept that I'm not going to get too leveled up to the video, but I figured this was a good, we were pretty close already, so. You're so close. Fight. Yeah. Hey, there's the level up. Sweet. Let's finish these guys off and take our prize and get out of here. Hey, the bone one. Okay, so Ravens is going to increase the damage. Minimum damage is going to go up by 2. Attack rating is going to go up by 30%. Maximum damage is going to go up by 4. Number of hits goes up by 1. This means at the maximum, the damage it's going to do every single time is 380. If they all hit for minimum damage. Or if that one Raven hit for minimum damage. Then you gotta remember that I have 5 Ravens. Or I can do the Heart of Wolverine, which increases its HP, gets a total of 34. Attack rating goes up by 7%. Damage goes up by 7%. Radius goes up just a little bit by 1.3%. I'm going to go for Ravens this level up. And then I'm actually going to boost this to 51. The other two points of vitality. So we can use that new armor. Alright, everyone. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you coming out. If you're watching this in the future, thank you for doing that as well. Yeah, I don't really have much more to say other than I will see you tomorrow for an episode of Starfield at some point. I don't know when that will be for sure, so just, watch this space. And of course, The Outer Worlds 2 will be back with Dr. Shotgun. We're getting really close to the end of that, so I hope you join me for that. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a great night. Goodbye.